Okay, welcome back to another daily market review. Today and from now on, I'm going to do this in a regular format. So I hope that's better. All right, as always, let's start with the market context here on the 4-hour. So 4-hour went up. We had the clean BSC in here, clean draws up here, so I was bullish on the 4-hour. Yeah, that was it on the 4-hour hourly. Also clean trend, as we can see, clean uptrend. We had a BSC down here and a SIBI up here, but that was it. 15 minutes. Also, we came back into the 4-hour gap, broke to the upside, MSS, so also bullish on the 50-minute, and we had this BSC in here, and this SIBI up here, right? But if this is the trend, this should not act as resistance, and so looking for this up here. But we still have these really fucking clean sell side levels down here, which was yesterday, where I also did the market review, where I was really fucking confused that we didn't take out these levels in here. So we also have to have that in mind. All right, and then 5 minutes, also big BSC in here, small SIBI in here, nothing special. Also the uptrend started here, and on the 1 minute too. So we had PPI here, went up, and then came back in here. All right, for the second part, what was my plan before the session? So I outlined two scenarios, right? The first one was we go back into this area here, right? 50-minute, 5-minute BSC, and then look for longs to the upside, right? Exactly. No. Okay, I'll have to get back with that. Let me quickly add that here. Or the second thing, going down here, mitigating into the hourly, and then moving higher up later on, right? So that was the second plan. As we'll see, yeah, we'll see. You already know what happened, but yeah, something else happened. But I was still able to take advantage of that. So because I react to the market, I don't predict. I have my scenarios, but if something else happens, I'm still able to react to the market, and that was the case today. So third, actual price action and my decisions and trades. All right, so as always, this is 9:29. Market opens. We have a opening range gap bigger than 120 points. That's why it's green. And then let's see what happens. All right, so second candle, we went down, perfectly tapped the 50-minute. I really like that. And we quickly retested a 5-minute here. Sorry. And came back down. So this is a clean Judas for me. I really like that. But then we got really heavy, took out the 90-minute low. At that point, I also expected it to take out this hourly low. But as you know, I don't short past the CE level, so the mid level of the opening range gap. I don't short past that if it's bullish strong, bigger than 120 points, which was the case here. So no shorts for me into this hourly BSC, which would have worked out. Here we filled the hourly, that was nice. And then I was like, okay, maybe now we'll have the second scenario. So I was expecting something like this, right? On the 5-minute, I will quickly mark up the gaps on the 5-minute and 15-minute, but we close below these ones so we can get rid of them. So I marked up the 50-minute new SIBI. I marked up the 5-minute new SIBIs in here. So now I was still bullish, obviously, but Now I was looking for the first long. I was looking for a mitigation into the 15-minute, 5-minute, and first FVG in here. So that was really clean mitigation draws in the middle of the range, of this range here. So at this point, I was not looking for anything up here, but only for the mitigation in here, right? Because the lower time frame was now bearish, so I was only looking for the mitigation here. So let's see what happens. We went lower on the 5-minute, forming a new SIBI here. Back to the 1 minute. And this was the 10 a.m. close here. And we also had news on 10 a.m. here today. So on the 5-minute, we still respected this lower 5-minute gap. But what is important to understand here, this green area here is the hourly busy, right? And the 10 a.m. candle closed here. That means we respected the hourly busy, right? If you look on the hourly, we perfectly respected that. So a mitigation back into our range, into this level here, is very likely at that point, but there was no entry for me yet. So let's see what happens here. We get really strong. That was 10:02, 3, 4. Okay, so that was the 5-minute close. Closed above, so we inverted this 5-minute SIBI, and that's exactly where I entered, right? So I used this close, or a bit lower, I'm not sure. I think I used the hourly high here. Stop loss was measured on the CE of this candle here. And my draw was the 15-minute SIBI. That was draw 1, 15-minute SIBI. Here, the CE point of the 15-minute. And my second draw was the first AM CE up here. So that was what I entered. Got filled here, and then we quickly went up. And as you'll see, we perfectly tapped the 15-minute SIBI. So my first target went off, but second target, I got kicked at break even here. Boom. So my second target was up here, but I got kicked at break even. So that was trade 1. And then you have to, like, this looks bullish on the 1 minute, but you have to look at the lower time frames, right? 5-minute, we inverted this one, but we still had this one up here. And on the 15-minute, it was a clear break to the lower side. And then we mitigated the 15-minute. And we inverted this 4-hour. So if we look on the 4-hour, we closed below and now retested, right? So nothing was bullish anymore. So now I was neither bullish nor bearish. But I was just, still watching because we still had these crazy lows down here. And if we were to break up to the upside, then I would become bullish again. So let's see what happens. At this point, by the way, I also started to watch on the 5-minute gap because on the 5-minute chart, because we had this 5-minute SIBI here. And if we reclaim that to the downside, then I would be very bearish, right? Because that's extreme weakness for me. That's a continuation, mitigation in the 15-minute and then reclaim of the 5-minute gap down here. That would be a very strong bearish sign, especially looking at these levels down here, because these were so fucking strong and I was so pissed that we didn't take them out yesterday. So this was a very strong draw. So let's see. 5-minute and boom, we closed below. So with this candle, we closed below. So that was my second entry. Stop loss was based on the CE level of this candle right here. And then obviously it was a crazy trade. But that's what I was looking for. And that's a 4.2 R, so that was pretty good. So that's where I entered, exactly with the close on the 5-minute, and then it happened pretty quickly. So the first 5-minute dropped pretty quickly. I was at break even immediately. So as soon as we broke this level here, I went to break even with my stop loss, and we got pretty heavy here. Pull back and then clean, boom. So yeah, that was just optimal today. I loved it. All right, so these were my 2 trades for today. Yeah, usually I don't look past the point of 10 a.m., but here, just the draws down here were way too clean not to look for, and the market formed the 5-minute extreme weakness. So I just love the setup, and I'm super happy that I took it. Now for the 4th part, conclusion. Great day today, and it was another perfect example of we don't have to predict the market, but we just have to react correctly, because originally it was bullish, but this right here showed me that we are aggressively bearish. We still had these draws, which is important to note, and then I reacted to the market and got a really clean 4.2R. So that was really good. Okay, so I took this long here, which half of my contracts got filled, the other half got kicked at break even, and then here this was a full TP. So here we made 0.9, here 4.2, meaning I made more than 5R. And at the moment I risk $400, I think, or 500. I think I risked 500, so 2,500. Crazy day. Yeah, but that's, if you react correctly to the market, you can definitely make a monthly salary in just one session. So that was good. I liked it. Very good. So thank you for tuning in. Another daily market review. I'm really trying to do that every single trading day, and I really hope you like the regular format, 16 to 9, and see you in the next one. Peace.